They told you bread was safe. That morning toast, that lunchtime sandwich. Harmless, right? But what if I told you that some of the most common breads seniors eat every day are silently destroying their hearts, spiking their blood sugar, and accelerating muscle loss? Right now, in grocery stores across the nation, there's a silent killer disguised as wholesome nutrition. A recent study found that seniors who ate a specific type of bread daily had a 38% higher risk of memory problems. Even worse, 99% of seniors don't know that the so-called healthy bread they're eating could increase stroke risk by 27%. Before we start, hit that like button if you're concerned about making the right food choices after 60. Subscribe for more health solutions, and share this with someone who needs to know the truth about bread. Tell me in the comments, what's your biggest health concern right now? I read every comment and love hearing from you. Now, let's uncover these life-changing truths about bread. The 4 dangerous breads you should never touch. After 60, number 4. Pumpernickel bread. You'd think pumpernickel would be healthy, right? That dark color screams nutrition. But here's what they're not telling you. Most store-bought pumpernickel bread is fake. The deep brown color comes from caramel coloring and molasses, not from real healthy baking methods. Real pumpernickel takes 16 to 24 hours of slow baking, but today's versions are rushed through in just 2 hours with added chemicals. Your digestive system naturally slows after 60, and it can't handle these manufacturing shortcuts. Research found that 78% of store-bought pumpernickel breads contain high fructose corn syrup, which creates harmful compounds that speed up aging by 34% compared to natural sugars. Seniors eating commercial pumpernickel 3 times weekly had inflammation levels that were 2.5 times higher than those who avoided it. If you're eating pumpernickel now, switch to real versions that have only rye flour, water, salt, and sourdough. Starter. The real stuff should be heavy like a brick and have no added sugars. When shopping, avoid any pumpernickel that feels light or springy. These are signs of fake processing. Number 3. Multigrain. Bread multigrain sounds healthy because more grains should be better, right? This is one of the biggest tricks in the EB bread aisle. The word multigrain means nothing legally, so companies can use mostly white flour and add tiny amounts of other grains just to use the healthy-sounding name. It's smart marketing that's hurting senior health. Recent research showed that 92% of multigrain breads have less than 5% real whole grains. A study of 200 adults over 65 found that those eating multigrain bread daily had 41% more blood sugar spikes than people eating simple whole wheat. These blood sugar ups and downs are dangerous for seniors because your body's ability to handle sugar gets worse with age. Different grains in multigrain bread digest at different speeds, causing multiple sugar spikes instead of one manageable rise. This creates what experts call a sugar bomb that exhausts your pancreas. Research shows seniors eating multigrain bread had stress hormone levels that were 38% higher all day long, and stress hormones break down muscle and weaken bones. Instead of multigrain, choose single-grain options like 100% whole wheat. If you want variety, eat different whole grain breads on different days rather than mixing them in one fake loaf. Always check that the first ingredient says whole, followed by the grain name. Number 2. White sandwich bread. This might seem obvious, but white bread's damage after 60 goes much deeper than you know. White bread isn't just empty calories. It actually steals nutrients from your body while speeding up aging. The process of making white flour strips away 78% of natural vitamins and minerals, leaving behind what scientists call anti-nutrition. A major study followed 3,000 seniors for 5 years and found shocking results. Those eating white bread daily aged 2.3 years faster than those who avoided it. Researchers measured something called telomeres, which show how fast your cells are aging, and found white bread damaged these by 19% more than normal aging. White bread has a sugar impact score of 95, which is higher than pure sugar at 65. This causes massive spikes in blood sugar that overwhelm your body. For seniors whose cells already resist insulin naturally with age, this creates a disaster. The spike causes inflammation throughout your body. Then the crash leaves you tired and wanting more carbs. This cycle, repeated daily, exhausts your pancreas and leads to diabetes in 67% of regular users over 65. Here's something scary most people don't know. White bread contains a chemical called bromine that makes it whiter and fluffier. Bromine fights with iodine in your thyroid, which controls your metabolism. Seniors eating white bread had thyroid hormone levels 23% lower than those who didn't, explaining the tiredness and weight gain many blame on just getting older. Number 1. Commercial rye bread. This might shock you, but fake rye bread is the worst. Bread for people over 60. Not real traditional rye, but the fake stuff that fills most store shelves. What stores call rye bread is actually white bread, with a little rye flour and brown coloring added to trick your eyes. A huge study of 5,000 adults over 60 showed that fake rye bread eaters had 156% higher levels of aging compounds in their blood, compared to those who avoided it. These compounds damage proteins throughout your body, from your skin to your brain. The combination of white flour, corn syrup, and fake flavoring in commercial rye creates a perfect storm for fast aging. Real rye contains powerful compounds that protect against cancer and heart disease, but fake rye has less than 8% actual rye. Flour. Not enough for any benefits, but just enough to use the name legally. The fast manufacturing destroys what little nutrition is left and uses quick-rise chemicals instead of healthy fermentation that would help your aging gut. Commercial rye also has preservatives that keep bread soft for weeks on shelves. These chemicals destroy your gut bacteria by 43% within 6 weeks with just 2 slices daily. For seniors whose gut health naturally gets worse with age, this damage can be devastating for overall health. The 4 breads you must eat daily. After 60, number 4. Sprouted grain. Sprouted grain bread brings back how people prepared grains before industrial processing ruined their nutrition. When grains sprout, something amazing happens. They transform from simple carbs into living nutrients your aging body can actually use. This process takes days and unlocks vitamins and minerals that stay locked away in regular flour. A study of 2,500 seniors who ate sprouted grain bread daily showed incredible results after just 6 months. Vitamin B12 absorption increased by 34%, which matters because 40% of people over 60 are B12 deficient. Their folate levels went up 28%, and iron absorption improved by 31%. The sprouting process removes things that block mineral absorption, which is crucial for seniors with naturally lower stomach acid. Sprouted grains also provide complete proteins with all essential amino acids your body can't make. This matters enormously after 60, when you naturally lose 3 to 8% of muscle mass every decade. People over 60 eating sprouted grain bread reported 67% less bloating and 52% better bathroom regularity compared to regular bread eaters. To get the most benefits, eat sprouted grain bread within 5 days or freeze it right away. It spoils faster because it has no preservatives, but that's actually good. Toast it lightly and add almond butter for protein or avocado for healthy fats. Morning or early afternoon is best when your digestion is strongest. Number 3. Traditional sourdough. Bread. Real sourdough bread, made with just flour, water, salt, and wild yeast, is like medicine disguised as food. The fermentation takes not 12 to 24 hours and creates good bacteria that transform regular flour into a gut-healing powerhouse. This isn't fake sourdough flavored with vinegar from most stores, but real, slowly fermented bread that's fed humans for thousands of years. Research shows seniors eating real sourdough daily for 3 months increase their good gut bacteria by 47%. This is huge because gut bacteria diversity naturally drops by 25% between ages 60 and 80. The study participants also had 38% lower inflammation markers and scored 29% better on thinking tests, showing that gut health and brain health are connected. The Itudir long fermentation breaks down gluten proteins into smaller pieces that aging digestive systems can handle easily. Many people over 60 who thought they couldn't eat gluten find they can eat traditional sourdough with no problems. The good bacteria pre-digest the starches, lowering the sugar impact from 95 in white bread to just 54 in real sourdough. Finding real sourdough takes some detective work. Ask bakeries about fermentation time. It should be at least 12 hours. Real sourdough has only flour, water, salt, and starter culture with no commercial yeast, sugar, or oils. It should taste tangy, not vinegary, and spring back slowly when pressed. Number 2. Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread combines sprouted wheat, barley, beans, lentils, millet, and spelt into a complete protein that's changing senior nutrition. This ancient recipe creates effects that beat any single grain's benefits. The idurhi, careful mix of grains and beans, provides amino acids that rival meat while being much easier for aging stomachs to handle. A 2-year study of seniors over 65 who switched to Ezekiel bread showed amazing results. Inflammation markers dropped by 45%, good cholesterol went up 18%, and bad cholesterol fell by 22%. Most remarkably, insulin sensitivity improved by 34%, actually reversing prediabetes in 73% of people without any other changes. Ezekiel bread has a sugar impact score of just 36, making it the gentlest bread on blood sugar. Compare that to whole wheat at 69 and white bread at 95. This low impact protects your pancreas from overwork. Type 2 diabetics over 60 who switched to Ezekiel bread reduced their medication needs by 41% within 6 months. The texture is denser and nuttier than regular bread, with natural sweetness from sprouted grains. Toast it well to enhance flavor and pair with nut butters or fresh vegetables. Because it has no preservatives, keep it frozen and separate slices with parchment paper so you can take out only what you need daily. Number 1. 100% whole grain. Bread True. 100% whole grain bread is the single best bread choice for people over 60. Not fake wheat bread or bread made with whole grains, but real bread where every part of the grain stays intact. This means the fiber-rich bran, the vitamin-packed germ, and the energy-giving endosperm all work together as nature designed. A massive study followed 10,000 adults over 65 for 10 years with stunning results. Those eating real whole grain bread daily lived 3.7 years longer than white bread eaters. They had 52% fewer heart attacks, 48% lower stroke risk, and 61% less chance of getting diabetes. Researchers said if whole grain bread were a drug, it would be called a miracle medicine. Whole grains contain natural compounds that protect against cancers that become more common with age. Women eating whole grain bread showed 43% lower breast cancer rates. The intact fiber feeds good gut bacteria, creating compounds that reduce inflammation throughout your body and even protect your brain, cutting Alzheimer's risk by 35%. Finding: real 100% whole grain bread requires careful label reading. The first ingredient must say whole wheat flour, or another whole grain, not just wheat flour, which means processed. Real whole grain bread should have at least 3 grams of fiber per slice and weigh more than fake versions. The color should be naturally brown throughout, not white bread dyed brown. The bread you choose after 60 literally decides how well you'll age. The dangerous breads we exposed actively harm your body, while the healthy ones we shared can add years to your life. Your body can still heal and get stronger even after years of poor choices, but it needs the right fuel to do its repair work. Don't let food companies keep fooling you with fake health claims when your health is at stake. Every slice of real healthy bread gives your aging body what it needs, while every slice of processed bread works against you. The choice is clear when you know the truth. If this video helped you understand the truth about bread and aging, hit that like button to help us reach more people who need this information. Subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss our health discoveries. Share this with someone over 60 who needs to know these truths. Tell us in the comments which bad bread you'll stop eating and which good bread you want to try. I read every comment and love hearing from you.